Hello everyone. Today I will start teaching Standard 7 Literature one poem. Now this poem is under lesson 7. In lesson 7 you all have already done the story The Sherpas. So here we will do the poem now. Now if you see the poem it is not one poem. It consists of two poems. You see, one is Against Idleness and Mischief, and another one is How Doth the Little Crocodile. First poem, Against Idleness and Mischief, is written by Isaac Watts, and the second poem, How Doth the Little Crocodile, is written by Lewis Carroll. Now, this first poem, it's about honeybee, and along with the poem on honeybee we will also looking at another poem which is a parody, How Doth the Little Crocodile. So we will understand what is the meaning of parody when we will do the second poem. So in the first poem we will see how bees work and how they are always busy and why they are called as busy bees. Sometimes when we describe someone, we say he is as busy as a bee. That means bees are creatures which are extremely hardworking, and they are always active and they always keep themselves busy. So the first poem that we will study is the Against Idleness and Mischief, and later on we will do the parody of it. So before starting the poem, let us talk about the poet Isaac Watts, who has written this poem. So Isaac Watts was an English hymn writer, theologian and logician. He has written more than 650 hymns, many of which have been translated into several languages. Now we will start the poem. Let me read the first stanza. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. Now children, doth is D-O-T-H, doth is does. Now this doth is a archaic word, archaic, A-R-C-H-A-I-C, archaic word means it's not in use now. It is in modern English does. Earlier, once upon a time, this word was in use. Now it has no use, so it is called archaic word. Okay, so if we see the lines, it shows that the bees keep on working. They do not get tired at all. Then it is this line you see, improve each shining hour. Shining hour means each hour of the day. As the day passes, most of us start getting tired. When we get up in the morning, what happens? We are very fresh. As the day goes along, we start feeling tired. And we feel like what? Resting. But the poet says, how does the bees keep on working and working without getting tired and gather honey all the day from each opening flower. Now this opening flowers is nothing but blooming flower. Okay, so the bees fly from flower to flower to collect honey. So poet says, how does they do? How do they do? this without getting tired. Then how skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads the works, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. So, skillfully is what? Skillfully means how expertly. So, these bees, how expertly they build their cell. So, along with collecting honey from flower to flower, how these bees, they build their cell. How nicely, how neatly they make their cell out of wax. And they do all the hard work to make the sweet food. This sweet food is what? Honey, which is in use for the human being in many ways. So, from this poem, what we understood that this small, beautiful, amazing creature are extremely hardworking, who work for a whole day to gather honey from blooming flowers and build their cell to store honey, which is very useful for human being. So from this poem we can learn the values of diligence and ceaseless effort. This life of honeybee encourages us to use each hour of a day fruitfully, to work hard, because there is no substitution of hard work. We get encouragement from this poem, seeing that such a little creature, how without getting tired, restlessly they work. So here we understood that we also should use each hour of our day fruitfully. We should not waste our time without working anything. So children, this is the first poem. And now I am coming up with the second part of this poem, that is the second poem, How Doth the Little Crocodile, in my second video. Before that, I will tell you what is parody, that also I will explain. Thank you.